How's everyone feeling at this point in time? This is, of course, the MustyMoonCrket, and we back on the same bullshit like we always are. Now, today, we about to be talking about the Call of Duty WW2 beta. Got two separate release dates. One release date, oh shit, I forgot, was it August 20th something? I don't fucking know, that really don't matter. But like I said, it came out with two separate release dates. And the first one, that's where I got my recording done. That's when I really kind of went in. The first one, it offered a couple maps, couple guns, showed you different divisions, all that classes and shit. And the second one basically offered the same exact thing, except this time it like gave you a little, gave you a new map, gave you a couple new guns. And you know what I'm saying? It was a, Call of Duty starting to do their beta thing now, and it was a pretty, good enjoyable beta. Not gonna shit on it, you know what I'm saying? But let me just jump right into it. What I really thought about the game. Well, I mean, obviously I can't judge it based on the beta, but like what I thought about the beta and how I think the game is going to pan out in the future. Just get it out there off rip. Don't see why even beating around the bush. I think it's safe to admit I like the Call of Duty beta. It was kind of smooth. Like it didn't bother me as much as it bothered some people. Some people really did not fuck with this beta. Like some people say, oh yeah, it's just another fucking Call of Duty, same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. We took out the jetpacks, boots on the ground. It don't matter. This game still blows. It ain't shit. Don't worry about it. And like honestly and truly, I don't know if I could completely agree with that opinion. Like I said, the beta does have its problems. Like every single beta, every single game, no game is perfect. Never will be, no matter what game you're talking about is perfect. But when I talk about video games, I really like to focus on the positive, but still at the same time address the negatives. Now, when I first hopped into the beta, I'm not gonna lie, me personally, I don't know if it's the beta or something, but I feel this is an easier Call of Duty. Like it feels a little bit more casual. It seems simple to me, maybe because I don't gotta worry about looking in the sky anymore. I'm just looking straight ahead, you know what I'm saying? Watching my surroundings. Me, I was not a big fan of the whole jetpack shit. Like I liked them. I liked it in Advanced when it first got introduced in Advanced Warfare heavily. It was a nice little twist on the game, and then Black Ops 3 kind of capitalized on it, which they did pretty well. And then Infinite Warfare tried to do their thing with it, and I'm not gonna lie, they completely botched it. Infinite Warfare, one thing I will say about this beta, I played all the Call of Duty betas that have been released recently, including the Infinite Warfare beta. When I played the Infinite Warfare beta, I was damn near convinced off rip this game was gonna be shit. Like, at least the multiplayer side of it was going to be bad. And I'm not gonna bullshit you. Once the fucking game released, the multiplayer kind of blew. Like, I can't even lie to you. Like, I tried giving it, my all, game fucking, just the multiplayer just was not good. I'll be honest with you. But, that's a whole other topic. I'm gonna get out everything I liked about the World War II beta. Now, one thing I do kind of like, something they introduced differently in this beta, is the division system. Now, the divisions is kind of like, how every Call of Duty kind of has their, specialization. That's what they call it in Black Ops 3. I have no idea what they call it in Infinite Warfare's division system, whatever the fuck they call it. But it's kind of like a newer take on perk system. The game doesn't really highlight perks like it used to. From what I'm seeing from playing the game, you kind of get just one perk that kind of just, you got to hold on to for lifeline of the game. But yeah, so got the division system. There's taking a name off the top of the head. Infantry, airborne, expedition, I don't even remember the name. But they really just accentuate each class. Infantry is more so like assault rifles and not assault rifle, automatic, kind of like automatic weapons, assault, kind of like the basic standard guns, like basically all around all-purpose weapons. And then you got airborne's like the SMG, kind of moving like light on your feet. Then you got one that accentuates shotguns, one that really highlights heavy guns, and then one that's good for snipers. So that's kind of division system work, because every single division makes that weapon better. Like it gives perks to that certain weapon you're using. And I do like that. It's a different take on the game. You know, the game, I feel like this Call of Duty will also highlight customizable characters. I don't know how customizable characters will be, but in the Division, they allowed you to pick, at least they allowed you to pick your face. You know what I'm saying? So I'm guessing, you know, you can pick your face, and I don't know if you can pick any type of cosmetic outfits during the game. But like, you know, I like Call of Duty when they start kind of let you edge your characters, give you a little bit of individualism, so you don't feel like you look like everybody else in the battlefield. And I've always like that in games. And other than the Division system, I like the way the weapons feel. I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of them, they feel very easy to use at the time. Like personally, you know what I'm saying? When the second beta, I kind of missed out I missed out on a couple of guns. I missed out on the carbine, and I missed out on the new sniper, the Springfield, and I also missed out on basically the Thompson. I forgot they've been called in this game. I missed out on all 3 new guns they released, so I didn't get to try those one out yet. Because in the second release, I didn't play it as much. When the first private beta release, played the shit out of it. I literally played it out, maxed my character out, everything. So I was actually kind of enjoying it. But you know what I'm saying? For the most part, the guns feel good. They're accurate. My favorite that I played with was the Type 100. That gun was my shit. And the SGT, I forgot the name of it was called. But the SGT 44, which is the last one you unlock in the infantry class or division. And you know what I'm saying? Guns feel pretty good. They're accurate for the most part. I really didn't, you know, feel like the guns were really hard to use. Something else I liked, I mean, I guess like I said, I'm trying to really pick out the highlights of it. I mean, like I said, the World War II setting it's welcome back. It kind of feels like World at War 2.0. Not gonna lie, like it feels like a more so modern World at War. And I think a lot of people kind of like said that this Call of Duty feels like outdated. It feels like it's trying to play catch up to Battlefield 1. If that's the case, whatever. But like me, I don't like to play. I mean, like you naturally compare games to other games, but for the most part, like this Call of Duty, Call of Duty World War 2, it's not that. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? It does its kind of its own things. The beta also, it offered it actually offered like in the second beta and in the end terms, it offered 5 maps. The first beta, it offered 3, and then it had 1 map exclusive to one game type, war. And then the second beta came around and threw in 1 more extra map, kind of bigger map. I forgot what it's called, but it was pretty badass. My favorite map was a map called Gibraltar. That shit was sweet. Felt pretty good. Like that map. Speaking of war, that's the new game type introduced into the game. And that game type is actually kind of badass, I'll be honest with you. I enjoyed that shit a lot. It's more so of a objective-driven Call of Duty game type, which is a little bit different. I mean, usually Call of Duty, like, you know, you get the same type of game types. I think there's something similar to War in World at War. But I believe it or not, I played World at War the least amount of every single Call of Duty. I don't know why. I just never didn't get into it. Back when World at War was popping, I was still heavy on Call of Duty 4. Never really got into World at War like that, so I don't really know what World at War had to offer. But what I do know is that this Call of Duty World War II actually has a badass, you know what I'm saying, new game type called War, which is like, you know, basically it's kind of like a payload type of game type. Kind of pushing up, kind of trying to push a tank through the city and get it to the very end of the map. It kind of takes place like in little semi rounds within each map. Basically, you might either spawn in defending or attacking. If you're defending, you're trying to stop the enemy from pushing forward. If you're attacking, you're obviously trying to push forward. And obviously, the end goal for each side, if you're defending, you want to stop the advancing team from advancing. And if you are attacking, you want to push up to the very end of the map. You know, it's pretty sweet. A little more objective driven, which I mean, in the past playing Call of Duty, I was all about Rambo. It was all about KD, all about stats, making sure I did well. If the team won in the end, that's a bonus. But in the end, if I did well, that's really what matters. I think maybe I'm more of a mature gamer now. You know what I'm saying? Kind of evolved out of that bullshit. Now, you know what I'm saying? Maybe because I played other, multiplayer games, I'm more so into playing the objective. Like, I mean, if my stats suffer for that, that's fine. Like, it don't bother me anymore. Like, I feel like people that worry about KD and Call of Duty still, like, come on now. Who gives a fuck about KD anymore? Like, it's not middle school no more. We worry about the W's now. That's all it's about. We in an Overwatch, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, MOBA, arena shooter time period. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, really it's all about the W. It's all about winning in the end. Who cares about personal stats anymore? You can have good personal stats all day and take 20 L's in a day, and it's not as cool. It's not as cool anymore. But you know what I'm saying? It's more so objective-driven game type war. And they brought back Hardpoint, TDM, and Domination. Really, I mean, those really the same shit they used to be. TDM, Rambo. That's all. That's really what Rambo. You want to be Rambo. Hardpoint, basically trying to hold down one position. It's basically Call of Duty's King of the Hill. And then Domination, try to dominate, try to capture more flags and hold them longer than our opposing team. Same shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think what else I can highlight about this beta. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm trying to think. You know, I mean, obviously, you were, so you were allowed, only so many maps and so many game types. I mean, really trying to get us a feel for the gameplay, which, I mean, I liked. You know, the game looks pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. One thing about me when it comes down to people talking about Call of Duty, like, I don't know why I've kind of like Call of Duty's, of course, I mean, I'm not glad it's grown out of being my favorite game type 112%. Like, it's a kind of a little bit of outdated, really popular game, being that there's so many other games on the market now, such as Overwatch, and now you got PUBG and all that shit. Like, it's just a different time of gaming now. Call of Duty's not gonna be as big as it is, but like, people just got to just start putting their expectations where they put them in the right spots. Like, everyone keeps thinking every single Call of Duty about is revolutionary Call of Duty, and let's be real, like, Call of Duty, the guys developing it, whether we like it or not, they don't feel the shit is that broken. And then if it's not broken, why fix it? They like to stick to the same base game modes and game types. Like, they always have the same type of flow as Call of Duty's always had. So they're not going to really change much up. They can try to change up as much as they want, you know what I'm saying? And they might add in a jetpack or now, you know, it seems like Sledgehammer is always the ones really trying to push things differently by being the first one to go full futuristic and now bring it all the way back to World War II. It seems like Sledgehammer is more so of the, like, you know, they try to be like the innovative ones out of the three developers, but in the same, no matter what Call of Duty it is, no matter what they're doing, it's still gonna feel like Call of Duty. You either like it or you don't. It really is no gray area in Call of Duty. Like me, I used to play Call of Duty religiously when I was younger. Crazy. Back in the Modern Warfare 2 days, I'm telling you, back when everybody and their fucking mother was playing Call of Duty, I go to school, say what's up to the homies, you know what I'm saying? We chill, bullshit, lunch, blah, 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 blah. Once we got home, we locked our goddamn doors. We ate lunch, get some base in our stomach, and we played Call of Duty, whether World War II, Black Ops, which one it was. Played that shit for hours until it was time to go to bed, and we rinsed and repeated that shit for the rest of the week. And then might have even continued into the weekend. Like, we played Call of Duty like that shit was serious. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I always got, you know, Call of Duty, I'm not going to ever disrespect the game, because let's be honest, Call of Duty set the standard for a lot of multiplayer games. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty deserves a certain amount of respect as a multiplayer game. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh, Call of Duty's still the... No, Call of Duty's not what it used to be. It's kind of a washed up... It's like a rapper like that. Just, you know, it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Call of Duty is like... If I compare it to any rapper, it reminds me of fucking Lil Wayne. Like, at one point in time, the man was running the goddamn game. Everybody and their fucking mother listened to Lil Wayne. But then, you know what I'm saying, over time, the man's sound just started getting a little outdated. It's just a new time. We're in a melodic, and we are in a very publisher, I think I'm trying to say publisher, actually, but very high production, different society, very, you know, the way rap is, you know what I'm saying, transcending now is different. So Lil Wayne kind of faded to the background. Same thing with Call of Duty. Now we're in a more so MOBA era. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like playing games like PUBG and they stream different games in that. Like Call of Duty Call of Duty's not in its prime. It still sells well, just not in its prime. And we gotta just realize that, okay? Like if Lil Wayne drops a goddamn album, I'm not gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? Like why aren't you there, bro? Why aren't you with the wave? Nah, man, he passed that shit. You know, he did his thing. He had his run. Now we gotta just look at Lil Wayne for who he is. I don't know why I decided to, you know, I thought it'd be the best comparison to put to the rap game, but like, you know, I feel like Lil Wayne literally is like, you know what I'm saying? He really is the best comparison to Call of Duty when it comes down to shit. But you know what I'm saying? Just get back to the game. The game has also, something I forgot to mention, has a couple of score streaks, you know. I forgot to call that. There's one called like one that's like kind of reminds me of Predator Missile. Kind of put you like in a third person view of a bomb falling out of a ship, which, you know, laying down your enemies. One that puts you behind a plane. You come down and rain down fire on your enemies. One that allowed you to get paratroopers. You know, it's a care package, UAV or a scout plane, whatever you want to call it. No, same stuff. It's called, you know, really the same shit has been every single Call of Duty. Just a different take on it, like a different little spin on it. I'm saying, like, basically in the end, what we can say is Call of Duty is gonna be Call of Duty no matter what in the end. You either like it or you hate it. Like, motherfuckers get in this game. Like, there is problems, of course. There's problems with connection. There's problems that there's still no dedicated servers, which they never have really had been in Call of Duty. Like, it's the same stuff. You either like it or you hate it. A lot of dudes hop on this shit and it's like, not saying it's a good thing, but a lot of dudes hop on this shit and they expect some revolutionary thing, and if they don't get it, they want to act like the game's completely trash. And you can't really say shit like that. You can't give this false narrative like this game is completely ass, don't get it. Like, no, man, some people still like that shit. Like, there's an audience for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some people hate mumble rappers, but you can call them trash all day, but there's mumble rappers got an audience. Low-key, I like mumble rappers, honestly. But, like, you know what I'm saying? They got an audience. You can't just objectively say, oh, that shit's trash. You might think it's trash, but other people might like that shit. It's like Call of Duty. You might think Call of Duty's absolute buns. But then the next dude around the corner, he might think that shit slaps. And it's the fucking, still the heart of gaming. So, you know what I'm saying? Really, for you to find out if you want this Call of Duty or not, shit, if you don't want to buy and waste your money, rent it. Or just, you got to play it yourself. If you know you don't like Call of Duty, don't get it. Just don't even get it. Don't even attempt it. Just fucking steer away. But if you knew you love Call of Duty and you don't know if you want this one, you're on the fence. If a homie gets it, go over and play it at his crib. If you don't get it, then if you want to try it out, rent it, or, you know, maybe not take the plunge of buying it, but, you know, even you gonna know if you want it or not just by playing it. That's all it takes in the end. Just, you gotta try it yourself. It's crazy. But yeah, we talked long enough about Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Hey, moral of the story, you either like it or you're not. That's really all it is. But we talking the same bullshit we always talking. It's the MustyMoonCrkt, and we out this bitch. Keep your head up.